Good morning, everyone. It's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. So, today I have a variety of Easter card ideas to share with you. So, Easter's kind of sneaking up on me. I didn't realize it was in March. So, I have some really cute little Easter cards that I want to share that feature one of Stampin' Up's new stamp sets that's in the mini catalog. It's called Excellent Eggs, and it has a variety of just fun images that you can use for Easter or spring. You can create thinking of you cards, anything like that. So I thought I would come on and just give you some Easter card ideas to just kind of get you started. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, with this particular bundle, there are a variety of different little die cut shapes that you can use to decorate the eggs. There's three different egg, um, they're like stitched eggs, I guess you could say. So there's three different egg shapes there. And then, of course, there's this other one down here, this very decorative one. So we're going to be using all of these today. And I also have some embossing folders. I don't know if you guys saw these, but these are one of the new online exclusives. They're called Fun Patterns embossing folders. So I'm actually using this one today. So they're not your standard size embossing folders. These actually fit in the mini embossing machine. So it doesn't emboss the entire standard card front. But I thought it would be really cute to use that, the flower one, with some of these designs. So good morning, good morning. So I'm going to show you how to make a couple of these cards. I have, let's see, 6 different card ideas that I want to share with you. So we'll start with this one. And basically what I did is I paired this with what is it called? The Lighter Than Air designer series paper. So that is the hot air balloon paper. So I decided to use that because of the pastel colors, and I thought it went really well with the Easter theme. So the colors I'm using are Pool Party. I did some coloring on this egg with Stampin' Blends, and so I just used Lemon Lolly and Highland Heather and Pool Party. So that's what I used to color in the egg. You can color in the egg with any colors that you want. That's just what I chose. So I'm going to start just by giving you a very simple layout. So the layouts, like I always tell you, the layouts that I'm sharing can be used with any supplies that you have on hand. So if you don't have this particular bundle, maybe you have a different Easter bundle that you can use. Or maybe you want to create birthday cards. You can definitely use these layouts with that. So I'm going to start by adhering just a 1.5 by 5.5 inch piece of designer paper just on the right side of the card front. And I'm just going to straighten out my camera here because I think I'm a little crooked. There we go. I don't know, it looks crooked to me. Maybe it was better the other way. And basically what I'm doing is just a bunch of layering. So I like to layer different pieces of designer paper together to create the background. Uh, I think it's just a fun way to just kind of break things up. So this is just a 2.5, no, excuse me, it's a 3 by 4.5 inch piece of just another piece of the pattern paper. So this is that lemon lolly. And then I just did a little bit of embossing on some white cardstock. So that's the piece that I'm going to use just to add the little egg. So this is just 2.5 by 3.5. And then I just embossed it. And I like this little flower design. I can tell that I'm going to be using that with a variety of different spring themed cards. So that's the basic layout for this card. And then you can just decorate it with whatever you want. And of course, I'm going to decorate it with some of the little images from this set. So if you're just joining me, this is what I'm using. Excellent Eggs. So you can create Easter, spring, even thinking of you cards with this. And there's a coordinating die set that cuts out all the eggs and different things to decorate your cards. So that's what I'm using. So basically, I'm going to add my little greeting first. So this greeting actually fits really nicely on a 3/4 inch wide piece of cardstock. So that's what I have here. So it's 3/4 inches wide, and I did it the full 2.5, the same length here as this white piece. And I'll just pop this up. And these little eggs, I did all the coloring ahead of time, simply because I had to cut all these little eggs out. So to make our thing go a little bit quicker, I did all the coloring ahead of time. But you can color it with Stampin' Blends like I did, or you can color it with watercolor pencils. Just a lot of different things that you can do with these little Easter eggs. So I just pop this up right in the center, and then there's a little bunny image here in this set, and this I just kind of tucked off to the side. So we'll just add a little bit of glue on here and just kind of tuck him right in there. So that's the basic layout. I forgot to grab my embellishments here. And then I use the rainbow dots. So again, those are from the Lighter Than Air suite. So it's from the one with the hot air balloon. Has some really great pastel colors. So that's what I used just to decorate up this card. So quick and simple. And again, you can use the layout. You don't have to use eggs if you don't want to. You can use something else with this particular layout. And then on the inside, I just stamped the little bunny and just added a little bit of scrap piece of designer paper, scrap pieces to the inside just to decorate it up. So that is the first card. First card's hopping away. And then the second card, I think I've shared a design like this with you guys before, except for this time I ran my little strips of cardstock all the way down the front of the card. This is a great way to use any scrap pieces of cardstock that you have to create a fun little background. So I am using, again, Lemon Lolly, Highland Heather, and Pool Party. And so these strips are 3/4 inch wide, and they're 5.5 inches long. And so I just cut them all and then emboss them with that floral embossing folder. So I really like the pastel colors. Those are one of my favorites. So I'm just going to adhere them right to the card front, and we'll just space them out a little bit, put a little bit of space in between them as we adhere them. So it's a very simple design. You can do this with cardstock, or of course you can do this with designer paper too. And then we'll add this one. All right. So that's basically it. You just adhere them all in a row, and then you just add your focal points. So I'm again using just some of the different images and die cut shapes from this set, from the Excellent Eggs set. I did a little heat embossing, and I'm going to show you how I cut this out. But I did some heat embossing with white embossing powder on a piece of black cardstock because I just wanted the greeting to kind of pop. So I just basically go around the image. I like to call this bubble cutting because that's what I used to do when I was in high school, grade school. I don't know what, one of the two schools. We used to, did you ever handwrite in bubbles? We used to write in bubbles, cut out words in bubbles, and make all kinds of fun stuff that way. That's what it kind of reminds me of. but you just kind of go around and you don't cut directly on the um, the words. You just leave a little bit, like a little bit of matting around the words. And I just kind of go back and forth and just cut around the words. So we'll do this. And there we go. So that's my word. And you don't have to be precise with it. You just need a little bit of matting around your greeting. All right, so let's put this together. So basically, what I did is I just kind of laid it out on the card, and I adhered these two eggs together first. So I'm just going to add some glue over on the side here because I wanted them kind of staggered a little bit. So I like to adhere the stuff together first and then put my dimensionals on. So we'll add a couple of dimensionals to this. And let's put one here to hold this together. So I just use the dimensionals to hold everything together. Well, of course, and the glue, but the dimensionals for sure. So we'll add this. And we want to pop it up right about here. So the reason I put this one up a little bit is so that I had room for my greeting, which is going to go right down here on the bottom. So I'm going to add my little bunny in here, and I'm going to add some glue, and we'll pick up the bunny. So this is kind of how I put my cards together. Just kind of add a little bit of glue to hold everything together. And now I forgot which part hangs over the thing. There we go. So we're going to add this here. And we'll add a little smaller dimensional. Where am I going to add the smaller dimensional? On the bunny itself. There we go. The rest of this is just going to overlap onto that egg. So I only add dimensionals to the part that's going to be hanging off the egg. And we'll just tuck that right in there. And then you just add your little embellishments. So for this one, I'm just going to use some of the yellow. And we'll add some of those. If I can get it up. And then on the inside of this one, I just cut some smaller pieces of cardstock. So these are 1/4 inch wide, same colors that I used on the front. I didn't emboss them. I just cut some little strips of cardstock and then put a little bunny on the inside of the card. So very simple. You can add ribbon and whatever else you want to add, but it's just a very simple and really cute little card. So, all right, so that is the second one. And then this last one that I wanted to share with you, this one just kind of features that very large image. There's a large image in here with all these little bunnies, and I just stamped it using I actually used early espresso ink, but you can use black ink. And you basically just stamp it and cut it out with the dies, and then you can add your color kind of around it. So that's what I did with this one. So I embossed the card front. So notice how using that embossing folder, it doesn't emboss the entire card front, a standard card, which is okay because I just like the look of it, with just a little bit of unembossed spots on the top and bottom. And basically, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna layer these together. I have all these little die cut shapes, and I used all the same colors as I just talked about. And we're just going to adhere all of these together. So I like to, like I said, kind of adhere things together and then put the dimensionals on it. So let's get this set up here. I think we'll add a little bit of glue here. So it's just basically layering the eggs together. And then this one's going to get tucked behind. So that one we can hold off on for the moment. So let's add these. I think these are really pretty die cuts too. All right, let's add a couple dimensionals. And let's see, over here, we're going to add this little egg right in there. So that we'll add with a dimensional. All right, whoop. I got one more dimensional to add. There we go. I think I might add a little mini one there. But basically, you're just creating your focal point by just layering all these little die cut shapes together. So it's just kind of fun to use it. All right, so now we'll just put this on the card front. And we'll put it right about there. And then I just took some little scrap pieces of designer paper and just kind of tucked them underneath and added them over here. So I'm going to do that. We'll just add a little bit of glue. And I didn't, obviously I didn't measure this to fit because I didn't know where my focal point was going to land. So we'll just snip off the extra. So that little piece will go there. And then the dies, one of the dies in the set cuts out this this piece here. So you can add it. I think I might add it up a little bit this time. Oh, well, let's see. Maybe that'll be okay there. We'll add this piece. So I just cut this actually from one of the pieces of designer paper in the pack. We'll just add it like that. And then we'll put our little bunny over the edge here, kind of cover up the edge. The bunny there. And then we'll add our greeting. So I got to add some dimensionals here. So I have the same kind of greeting that I had with the previous card. So I did a little heat embossing, just cut it out the same way. And we'll add this off to the side. So that is the card. Get this out of the way. And then we'll just add a couple little dots here. Let's see, we'll use the lighter ones. If I can get it off of there. And that's it. Isn't that cute? Just really cute. I just love just all the layering together. great way to use up your scraps. It just creates a fun little design on the card. So, all right. And then on the inside of this one, I just added a little designer paper, but I'll probably add a little bunny or maybe even one of these eggs on the inside just to kind of decorate up the inside. So, all right. So these are the three cards that I just kind of walked you through. I will get all of these up on the blog for you. So you'll have all the measurements. And again, you can use, whatever supplies that you have on hand if you don't have this particular bundle. I did link to Stampin' Up's website in the description with this video if you are interested in the bundle. But here are just some other cards that I created. So that little chevron kind of design here, squiggle design, I don't know what you call it, and zigzag design. I use that in the background. I cut it out of the cardstock, the Lemon Lolly cardstock, and just adhered the pieces, a couple pieces up here and one on the bottom, and then created my focal point in the center. So it just creates a really fun background for the card. So I thought that was kind of a really neat little card, one of my favorites. And then here's just another very simple design. There, like I said, there's a lot of different egg designs or egg shapes in this particular bundle that you can layer together and just create some just really fun little focal points for your card. And then this one, I added just a little bit of ribbon. I used one of the rectangular shapes from the scalloped contours dies just to create, that rectangular shape in the background. So I just had a lot of fun with this set. I thought it was just really cute. Made some really cute uh, cards for Easter. I almost said for Christmas. Apparently, I'm at Christmas already. But it made some really cute Easter cards. And like I said, there's a lot that you can do with it. Lots of different color combinations that you can use. I basically stuck with the purple and kind of the blue and the yellow. So just have fun with it. Like I said, I'll get all of these card ideas out on the blog for you. I'll get you all the measurements. So if you want to use the layouts to create Easter cards or cards for any other occasion, you certainly can. These layouts are very simple, very basic, and they can be used for a variety of different types of cards. So, all right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed these card ideas, and I hope you're kind of getting ready for Easter. I'll have some more Easter card ideas for you. Trying to think of the name of the other set, but I have another stamp set that I want to share to create some Easter cards as well. So have a wonderful week and a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next week. So take care, everybody.